Hello, everyone, and welcome to HamCon 2021 online. I'm Mitch W1SJ, and I have the pleasure to be the general chairman of HamCon. HamCon started out in 1983. This is our 39th year as the Milton Hamfest. Now, Milton, it's pronounced in Vermont, Milton. Milton was a town 10 miles north of here and was known for its numerous auto salvage yards. So we were the only hamfest where you could buy parts for your radio as well as parts for your car. With a $2 admission to the show, it was very affordable and very well attended. But things changed and the school wouldn't rent to us anymore. So in 2007, we moved closer to our base in Burlington, utilizing convention spaces, becoming the ARRL, Vermont State Convention, and rebranding ourselves as HamCon. The fact that there were several HamCons out west didn't concern us as we only draw from a 250-mile radius. Last year, we were lucky to get HamCon 2020 in just before the big Iron Gate came crashing down, shutting down all gatherings. This November, we realized that live hamfests would not be possible in the first half of 2021, so we set out to invent an online gathering. We all know the overwhelming majority of people prefer live over online. While Zoom was a novelty at first, it seems to elicit disdain from many. So we had an uphill battle to win the hearts and minds of our potential attendees. HamCon Online is designed to be as close as one can get to a real Hamfest experience. We'll have flea market vendors via video. We'll have hams meeting and conversing via video. We'll have live interactive forums and demonstrations via video. While video can be cumbersome to use, the advantage is that no one has to travel anywhere. Now, Vermont is a neat place to live in, but it's pretty remote. The closest city to us is Montreal. That's like in another country, Canada. Boston is 4 hours away. Right now, we have about 14 inches of snow still on the ground, and it snows here every other day. Winter travel is always exciting around here. That excitement has been eliminated. All one needs to do now is turn on their computer and click in the right spot. But that can sometimes be exciting too. To take full advantage of HamCon, one needs to have a free Zoom account set up on their computer, and it must be later than version 5.3. On the HamCon site, please follow the directions to go into your settings and encode your screen name. Your screen name should always be your first name and your call sign, just in that order: first name, call sign, and nothing else. Well, we do encourage new hams to put an asterisk next to your call sign so we know who you are. We know that you're a new ham, but really nothing else, because if your screen name gets too long, it will get truncated and we won't see it when you see all those little pictures. If you change your screen name in your settings, not in the meeting itself, but in the settings, it will remain as you go in and out of our various Zoom sites. If you do not do this, you will have to change your name each time you move in and out of a site. We remind everyone to be mindful of a live microphone. Not a forum goes by where we don't hear dogs barking, cats meowing, and family members howling. So when in a forum, always mute your mic by clicking on the mute button in the lower left of the Zoom screen. However, if you're in the flea market or meet and greet rooms, you should keep your mic unmuted so you can engage in easy conversation. Remember, just like operating on FM, only one person can talk at a time. So wait for someone to finish speaking before responding. Otherwise, you double and then you don't hear anything. You can also text chat through Zoom. If you click on the chat at the bottom of the screen, and then from the drop-down box, choose the name of the person who you want to send the chat to. But never, never send the chat to everyone. We will dislike you intensely if you do this. Don't do it. It's just going to disturb everyone. Oh, and keep your camera on whenever you're active on the site. No hiding. Now, you wouldn't go to a live hamfest with a bag over your head, would you? So don't do that here. So let's just take a look at the Zoom here, and we're going to do a little sharing of the screen. This is what the Zoom site looks like if you haven't been there. So you see here right in the middle, you see register for HamCon. If you haven't done that, you probably should do that because you're not going to win the door prize. And we have two sides of HamCon, the forum side and the flea market meet and greet side. So if we go to the forum side, this is what it looks like. Okay, we have the forum schedule. Now, what you're seeing here doesn't have the links. There'll be links on here, and the forums will either be pre-recorded or they'll be in a Zoom meeting, or in some cases, they'll be live streamed to YouTube. So you can do that. Now, most of these forums, probably a little more than half, run right on this Zoom meeting. So you could actually stay in this particular Zoom meeting page all day long and not have to move. You won't get to choose what you want to see, though. You'll see the same thing. Now, if we go back to our other side of the house, the flea market meet and greet portal, we have instructions for shoppers and vendors. So you know how this works. This is very strange. You've never done this before. Nobody has shopped online. This is kind of the first. So read through that, get an idea. And we list the various vendors. Okay, vendor room 1, vendor room 2. This is an abbreviated list of what the vendors have, so you'll know what to look for. Now, when you go into the flea market rooms, you'll actually see this stuff on a video camera. Okay, so you can go there and make sure you check your Zoom settings. If you're not using version 5.3, you will not see the breakout rooms, you will not get to the flea market, and you will not get to buy all those goodies. Now, let's move on to what we have. For our attendees who cannot or will not get involved in Zoom, we have another option for you, and that's called live streaming on YouTube. So some people don't want to set up Zoom or whatever, so you can see the stream on YouTube. Just simply go to the address shown and you'll get to see the presentation, but it's kind of like sitting in the bleachers. You won't be able to take part in the discussion or ask questions, but you'll be able to see and hear everything with a minimum of setup. We are planning to record most of the live presentations and make them available for a week after HamCon. We don't make a guarantee that what will get recorded or how it will look or whatever. We'll try our best, but sometimes things happen. So we recommend you watch and take part in the live presentations wherever possible. If you miss something or you have 2 presentations scheduled at the same time, you should be able to pick up the other presentation the next day. We have a tremendous lineup of forums running all day. I'm just going to give you just a touch on it briefly here. Go to the schedule and you see what's running. We'll have our new ARRL CEO, David Minster, here. And he's going to talk about what he does as CEO. And he'll be followed by our ARRL New England Division Director. That's where we are. We're in New England, for those who are not here. And our Vice Director. And they're going to lead the discussion on what's happening in ham radio today. Are you a new ham? Well, you might check out Life Beyond Repeaters, where you can find out about all sorts of interesting things you can do with a technician license. Gordon West will join us, and he's going to offer us the best of live distress calls. Ham radio does indeed save lives, and we're going to get to hear some of that. If building kits is your passion, we have tips on how to be a better kit builder. Interested in digital? We have a bunch of forums for you, including a basic overview of digital modes, FT8, and Olivia. Think you might want to get good at contesting? We have the forum just for you. We even have a forum on DC power and batteries. What about antennas? The Dr. Joel Hallis will present a pre-recorded forum on multi-band antennas. And finally, if you still haven't answered that burning technical question, come to Ask the Experts, where our panel will help you with your most difficult issue. Go to the forum schedule and plan your day carefully because it's going to be busy. HamCon has a number of door prizes to give away. One thing to realize is that in these times right now, a lot of equipment is hard to get or back ordered even. The other thing is that we don't want to ship anything. Therefore, all our door prizes are gift certificates, which will be emailed to you directly. We don't have to handle a thing. The beauty of gift certificates, you can use them to buy most anything you want from the particular vendor. That gets us away from the extra class ham who wins the technician class license manual or the non-ham who wins the complete HF transceiver. Winners will be selected randomly throughout the day from the list of people who have registered into HamCon. The winners will have 2 hours to respond that they accept the prize. It'll be right on the main page of HamCon. So in other words, you have to be registered and you have to attend to see if you've won. HamCon is sponsored by the Radio Amateurs of Northern Vermont, a club of 100 members or so based in Northern Vermont. We also have members all over the country as well. While many of our activities are locally based, some our activities, such as meetings and trainings, have an online component and are open to all. On the HamCon website, if you look at the box midway down on the left side, you will see the Ranvi membership link. You can either join Ranvi if that's what you'd like to do, or if you're a member, you can renew your membership. We also have a convenient link to show you when your dues are due if you don't remember that. HamCon 2021 is free to attend. Normally, we do have an admission to the live show, and much of that goes to the venue who hosts us. The remainder is used to fund our various activities throughout the year. While we do have some small expenses for this online show, we will not be generating any income this year. So we ask that if you find HamCon useful or entertaining and you have the funds, go over to the right side of the page and consider a one-time donation of $5. Now, please don't do this if it means you're going to miss meals or meds. This is not supposed to be painful. It's if you have the money hanging around. When you click on the donate button, you will go to our direct PayPal link and you can enter in the amount you'd like to give. PayPal will either have you sign into your account if you have one or provide payment via card or bank account. If you cannot do PayPal, contact me directly and we'll give you an alternative method. Finally, at the end of the day, please do take the time to fill out our evaluation form. We're all brand new at doing online shows, and we want to learn what we did right and what we did wrong. In the future, when we are allowed to have live shows, we want to actually have a hybrid format where we can include an online presence for those who cannot travel due to distance or health. What we learn here today, we will put to great use in the future. Also, feel free to directly send me any thoughts you might have. Oh, and one other thing. Be nice, boys and girls. No yelling, screaming, arguing, being rude, or running in the hallways. This is a fun event, so have fun, darn it. Be sure to say hello and wave, and have a great day at HamCon 2021 online. 73 from Mitch W1SJ. Did-da-da-da-da-da.